Hi, I'm Tom Johnson, Vice President of Engineering at AGI. Earlier today, the Indian government announced the successful test of an anti-satellite weapon. Based on the information that they released, combined with other public information, we've been able to reconstruct a plausible scenario for what we think has happened. The key elements of information were that the total event time was less than 3 minutes, that the spacecraft that they were targeting was at an altitude of roughly 300 kilometers, and combining that with a notice to airmen, or NOTAM, that was published indicating an area of the Indian Ocean that was blocked out for flight safety reasons and for a particular time window, we were able to go through the space catalog and try to identify candidate objects that met all those criteria. One of the other things we considered was that the target spacecraft was likely to be another Indian object to avoid any kind of international problems. Based on that, we think that the target was a satellite called MicroSat-R that was launched back in January, and it overflew the NOTAM area at the right time, altitude, and such that the total time from ground to target could easily be less than 3 minutes. We put together a notional scenario indicating this and trying to confirm whether or not that MicroSat-R was indeed the target. The ways we're going to be able to confirm that is to monitor the two-line element sets released by the 18th Space Control Squadron. So far, we've not seen any two-line element sets for MicroSat-R that are post this particular event. If we get something that's released and shows there is no orbit change, then clearly MicroSat-R wasn't the target, and we'll have to consider other possibilities. On the other hand, if a new two-line element set indicates that the orbit change has occurred, that would be a positive confirmation. We're also looking to see if it might be that there is no two-line element set released, in which case it may have been the target, and we just simply are trying to deal with the problems of trying to catalog what may have happened. There's no information yet on how much debris may have been created. We're going to continue to watch to see what the 18th Space Control Squadron releases in terms of possible new debris objects, but that may take some time to properly catalog and sort out. In 2007, the Chinese also successfully tested an anti-satellite weapon targeting the FY-1C satellite, creating over 3,000 pieces of debris. Similarly, other collisions, such as the Iridium Cosmos collision in 2009, and then the U.S. test of an ASAT for the USA 193 spacecraft, also resulted in debris. The Chinese test resulted in over 3,000 objects, of which 616 had decayed. The U.S. ASAT test targeting USA 193 created 175 pieces of debris, and all indications are that all of those have since